Hi and welcome to my yoga class. My name is Martina and this is a short sequence for your back. So especially if you've been sitting for the whole day, this sequence might be just right for you. Before we start, as always, make sure you've got enough room to practice and that you have something to drink. So we're going to begin on our back today. So make your way onto your mat lying down and bring the soles of the feet together and take your knees wide. So once you find your position, bring one hand onto the chest, one hand onto the belly, doesn't matter which one. And close your eyes so you can trust the video, you can trust yourself. Just close the eyes for now. And let's begin by taking a few deep breaths just where you are, so in your own time. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and side out. Another deep inhale through your nose. And side out on an exhale. Deep inhale through the nose. And side out on the next exhale. You might want to close your lips now and continue to breathe through your nose. But if that feels too intense for you today, feel free to breathe through your mouth. And with your hands resting on the belly and on the chest, begin to tune in with the movement of the breath in the body. So notice what happens each time you take a breath in, and each time when you take a breath out. And a couple more moments, just tuning in with the breath, tuning in with the body. And now let go of that focus and straight away bring a sense of gratitude into your practice today. So no matter if you're just about to start work or if you're doing this class after or during your work, straight away bring a sense of gratitude for being able to take half an hour out of your day to practice yoga. Bring a sense of gratitude for your physical body and for your breath. Take one more breath here. Bring your hands onto your legs and gently bring the legs closer together and hug the knees in towards the chest. And give yourself a hug. Now cross your ankles. Place your hands behind your thighs or on your shins, in front of your shins, and begin to rock forward and back on your mat. But really take your time. There is no need to rush this. And as you're doing it, just begin to build up some momentum so that eventually you come all the way forward into a seated position, and let's come into hands and knees on the mat. So make your way into hands and knees. Bring your wrists directly underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers really wide. Press the top of the feet into your yoga mat. And bring a little bit of core engagement into the practice. The spine is long, so we're creating a straight line from the crown of the head all the way down towards the tailbone. And now, moving with the breath, each time you inhale, move the belly down towards your yoga mat. Move the chest up, look forward. And each time you exhale, curl your back, head is heavy, chin to chest. Inhale, belly moves down, chest opens. And exhale, press your feet, press your hands and shins as you run through the spine. Inhale, belly moves down. And exhale, round through the spine. So find your own rhythm here. You're welcome to close your eyes again. Trust yourself and trust the videos. There is no way you can do this wrong. There is no way you can do yoga wrong in general. So just close your eyes and move in any way that feels good and intuitive for you today. Last round. And come back to neutral spine. Walk your hands slightly further forward. Send your knees back. Tuck your toes under. And send your hips all the way back up, but keep your knees bent. So we find downward facing dog, but keep your knees bent. And then gradually begin to paddle through the legs, so bend one leg, straighten the other. And just notice any sensations in the back of the legs, in the arms, in the shoulders. So especially if this is your first downward facing dog today, it might feel super intense. It's a full body stretch. So just take it easy, take it mindfully. We're not rushing here. And now bring both legs straight in your downward facing dog. And as you're doing it, press the yoga mat away from you. Find a little bit more lift through your hips, length through the spine. And look at your feet. So your feet are more or less hip width apart, so they're not too wide, they are not too narrow, just more or less hip width apart. Take one more breath in your down dog. And now with the next exhale, bend your knees, look in between your hands, and take as many steps as you need to come forward to the top of the mat. So take it slowly. Once you're at the top of the mat, your feet are again hip width apart, and take your time to roll your spine all the way up to standing. Take it slowly. Roll the shoulders open and stand tall. Press your feet strongly into your mat and lengthen through your spine. So we're standing tall in mountain pose. Find your breath. And now bring your hands in prayer position. So hands are together. And bend your knees so your feet are still hip width apart. Bring a little bit of engagement into your core. And we're going to sit back into chair pose. So you decide how low you want to go, but focus on engaging through your core. Maybe you raise your arms up, sit a little bit lower, send your weight into your heels. And with the next exhale, fold forward. You can bend your knees, relax your head down. 2 more. Bend your knees, lift your arms, coming into chair pose. Maybe this time you sit a tiny bit lower, it doesn't matter if you can't. And exhale, bend your knees and fold. The last one, find your chest, straighten your arms. Send your weight back into your heels. And exhale, fold all the way down. Place your hands onto your shins and lengthen through your spine. So you keep looking down, but the spine is long. So now we're creating a straight line from the crown of the head all the way down towards the tailbone. And as you exhale, bring your hands down and step it back into plank pose. And so in your plank, firm your thighs, engage your core. Take a moment. And then with the next exhale, we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. So you can bend your knees or maybe lower in one line to the mat. Arms by your sides. Bring the inside of the feet together. And with the next in-breath, lift up into locust. So you're gluing your feet together, the inside of the feet. And keep looking down. So there is this tendency to lift the head up, and especially if you're watching it on your screen, you just sort of want to see what's going on. But just trust the video, we're looking down. Another breath. Exhale, release everything back down. Bring your hands in line with the chest. Roll your shoulders up and down. And find your cobra pose. So we begin to lift the chest up, not too high up. Another breath in. Exhale, release. Arms by your sides. Inside of the feet together. Find your locust. So lift your chest, lift your legs. The back of the neck is long, so you're still looking down towards your mat or towards the floor. Exhale, release. Bring the hands in line with the chest. Spread your fingers. And as you inhale, lift up. Find your cobra. Relax your shoulders down just a tiny bit. Exhale, release all the way down. Tap your toes, shift up and back into downward facing dog. And now on the next breath in, step your right foot forward in between your hands and bring the left knee to the ground. Sweep your arms up. Maybe you bring the hands together, look past your thumbs. If that feels too intense for the neck, just look forward. We're here for another breath. And as you exhale, weave your right arm on top of the left for eagle arms. So you can bring the hands together or back of the hands are touching. If that feels impossible, you can always straighten your right arm and use the left arm to hug it in. Now if you're clasping, reach your arms a little bit higher up and project the elbows away from you. Now as you're doing it, your balance might feel a little bit tricky. So I encourage you to press the top of the left foot a little bit stronger into your mat. It's a great stretch for the upper back, for the shoulders, so stay with that. And exhale, unbind. Step back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And inhale, step your left foot forward, lower your right knee to the ground, reach your arms up. Bring your hands together, look past your thumbs, or look forward. Take another breath in. And exhale, weave your left arm on top of the right, left arm on top of the right. Lift your forearms, squeeze your forearms together and project the elbows away from you. Maybe relax your head down, close your eyes. And again, if balance is tricky, press the top of the right foot a little bit stronger into your yoga mat. Send the breath into your upper back, into the shoulders. One more breath. And with the next exhale, bring your hands down onto the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. And look at your feet. Your feet are still about hip width apart. Now look at your hands. Your hands are just underneath the shoulders and you're spreading your fingers super wide. Next time you inhale, lift your right leg up and back behind you. Now it doesn't need to be too high. Exhale, step the foot forward. And if you're ready, come up into your high lunge. So the left knee is off the ground. Reach your arms up when you're ready. And maybe you bring the hands together and look past your thumbs. Or maybe you continue to look forward. If you're feeling wobbly, make sure you're engaging your left quadricep. So the back leg is strong. And press your front foot strongly into the mat as well. Exhale, bend your right arm, place the right hand just between your shoulder blades, and you've got option 1 to place the left hand on top of the right elbow, gently press it down, or maybe you bind so you get hold of the right hand and catch it with the left. Wherever you are, can you press the back of the head into your right forearm? And as you're doing it, you'll begin to notice how the chest lifts up. So we're adding a little bit of back bend here. Another breath. Exhale, unbind. Place your hands down. Step it back into downward facing dog. Take a breath in to reset. And lift your left leg up. Doesn't need to be too high. On the next exhale, step it forward. And come up into your high lunge. So the right knee is off the ground and we're scissoring the legs together. So we're lifting a little bit off the yoga mat. Reach your arms up. And maybe hands are together. You look past your thumbs. Or if that's too intense, just look forward. Steady breath in. And a steady breath out. Bend your left arm. Place the hand in between the shoulder blades. Right hand on top of the left elbow, or option 2, bind. And press the head, Press the back of the head into the left forearm. Begin to lift the chest, gently lean back. We're here for another breath. Exhale, unbind. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Relax your head, relax your neck. And on your next breath in, float your left leg up and back behind you. And as you exhale, step the foot forward and come up all the way. So your heels are more or less in one line. Now, your right foot, instead of being parallel to the end of the mat, step it slightly closer in, so at about 45 degrees. Your left knee is micro bent, arms to the sides. And with the next exhale, shift the weight forward and slide your left hand down onto the left shin. Now, if you've got a yoga block or something like a yoga block, it might be useful to place it on the outside of that left shin and use it for extra support. Otherwise, bring your right hand onto the right hip and gently roll that right shoulder up. Reach your right hand all the way up. So to add a little bit more back bend here, with your right hand, with your right arm, gently lean back, look up. Your feet are strongly pressing down into your yoga mat, so your feet are your foundation here. Another breath in. And now inhale, come all the way up, bend your left knee, flip your left hand, find your reverse warrior. So your left knee is still bent and you're reaching your left arm up and over. Send the breath to the left side of the rib cage, left side of the waist. And we're going to bring a little bit more fluid movement here. So next time you inhale, come forward, find your triangle as you exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Flip your palm, exhale, reverse warrior. Back to center. Slide your hand down, find your triangle pose, and then come all the way up. Bend your knee, reverse warrior. Last one like this, slide your hand down, right arm moves up, and exhale, bend your knee, reverse warrior. Nice, now come back to stand still, come back to center. And we're gonna change to the other side. So the right foot now is facing towards the back of your mat. And step your left foot in at about 45 degrees. So you want to keep that right leg straight, but the knee is slightly micro bent. Arms to the sides. And with the next breath out, shift the weight forward. Slide your right hand down onto the right shin. Bring your left hand onto the hip. Before you do anything else, instead of turning down, looking down, lift yourself all the way up. So you're rolling that shoulder back and open, and you're turning the chest. Lift your left arm up. Maybe gently lean back with that left arm, look up. If balance is tricky here, make sure you're actively pressing your feet into your yoga mat. Last breath. And now come all the way up, bend your right knee, flip your right hand, exhale, reverse warrior. Enjoy the full body stretch. If you can, bend a tiny bit more to your right knee, and that right arm is reaching up and over. And now moving with the breath. Inhale back to standing. Straighten the leg, send your right hand down, triangle. stand up, bend your right knee, exhale, reverse warrior. Back to center. Slide your right hand down as you exhale. Come up to standing, exhale, reverse warrior. Very nice, 2 more of those. Find your triangle, look up, back to standing, exhale, reverse warrior. And last one here, slide your hand down, and then exhale, reverse warrior. Bring yourself back to center, and now step it back into your downward facing dog. Let's take a deep breath through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. One more. In through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. And now bend your knees. And come to lying down on your belly. And once you find your position, bring your arms by your sides, inside of the feet are together. And with the next breath in, lift your chest, lift your shoulders, lift your legs, but keep looking down. Now reach your arms forward, keep looking down. Another breath. And exhale, release, relax. And now bend your knees. And with your right hand, catch the outside of the right foot. Lean slightly to the right. And do the same with the left. So catch the outside of the left foot with the left hand. Now if this is too much, if you can't quite catch the feet, you're going to repeat the same locust pose we've just done with arms by the sides. Now if you're holding on to your feet, roll your shoulders up and back and start to lift the legs, not too high, lift the chest. And now notice that it's quite difficult to breathe in this position, so if that's a bit too much, you can lower down. Or if you want to take it further, then experiment with kicking your feet into the hands. Lift your thighs, move your shins back, lift the chest. Keep breathing. So we're in bow pose, a great stretch for the back. Another breath. Exhale, release. Lie down, relax. And now lift yourself all the way up. Lie down on your back and hug the knees in towards the chest. So make your way into your mat, lying down on the mat. Hug the knees in. And give yourself a well-deserved hug. You can rock from side to side. Now lower your knees towards the right. Turn the head towards the left. You can close your eyes and bring awareness back to the breath. Last breath on this side. And send your legs back to center. Send your knees to the left, head to the right. Begin to slow down the breath. The last one on this side. And now bring your legs back to center. And get ready for Shavasana. So lie down and you can make any final adjustments, any final stretches. And make your way into Shavasana, which simply means lying down with legs extended, arms by your sides. And there is nothing to do here, so and once again, bring a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for being able to take this time out of your day to practice yoga. Gratitude for your physical body, moving from one position to the next. And gratitude for your breath. Your breath is always there for you. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to do anything to make it happen. The breath is always there. And make your breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Begin to wake up the body by moving your hands, moving your feet. And hug one knee at a time into the chest. You can bring the nose towards your knees just for one breath. And roll to one side. And make your way up into any seated position of your choice. So sit tall however you want to sit. Roll your shoulders open and close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Physically, mentally and emotionally. And see if you can take that sense of gratitude into the rest of your week. Bring your hands together. Namaste. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please make sure you give us a thumb up and make sure that you subscribe to the Keep Essex Active YouTube channel and my channel, MC Yoga. I hope to see you again.